Hey geeks, last time I made a video saying there aren't enough women in the gaming industry, and that's not just a hot take, there are actually statistics to back it up. Now I'm not going to go too deep into this topic because I really want to cover it more in a podcast format, but I felt like I needed to at least follow up. In addition to that hot take, I also talked about how women gamers have been on the rise as of late, and what a gamer is. Now, if you look at a broad definition of a gamer, someone who plays video games, women account for about 50% of that population. Now, there are several different studies I was able to find that represent the disparities of women in the industry. IGDA did a years-long study between 2014 and 2021 done internationally for game developers, and it showed a gap of 30% of women versus 61% men. So 50% more men than women in game developer positions. Zippia did a 2022 study in the US for game developers showing an even broader gap, 24% women versus 76% men. And that was just last year. And then there was a more recent study done by Women in Gaming, which is a nonprofit organization that focused on executive teams and showed that 16% of the executive teams in the top 15 gaming companies in the world are women. 16%. So with all that being said, I don't think it's much of an exaggeration to say there aren't enough women in the gaming industry. When you think that 50%, half of the gaming population are women, but then you're seeing numbers like 24, 30, 16% in the gaming industries, there's a pretty big disparity there. And that disparity isn't just amongst people in the gaming industry when it comes to, the roles we usually associate with it being developers or positions of leadership. It's also within the content creation space. So YouTubers and streamers and other content creators. And that's what I want to discuss in the next video. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but I think it is an important topic. So that may leave you wondering, well, okay, what the heck am I supposed to do about it? Well, it kind of depends on what your position is, but there are some organizations out there that were formed to help get women into gaming and to help bring awareness to this. And awareness is really the first step, right? Is just knowing that there is a problem out there. So the organizations that I found are WIGSIG, or Women in Games Special Interest Group, Women in Games International, and WIGJ, Women in Games Jobs. And there are some other ones out there, and I'll try to find them and put them in the description below. Other than being aware and looking into nonprofit organizations that work on these issues, sometimes it's just a matter of being willing to talk about it. For a lot of people, the only thing we really can do is be aware and show support. And that's important for women and men. So whichever one you are, or wherever you fall on that spectrum, just making sure that when you game with other people, you are kind and respectful, and you don't treat them differently depending on how they identify. That's a big part of it, just being a decent person. Awareness is good too, though, because a lot of people, even today, still don't really know that there are such huge disparities in the gaming space. And if you are a content creator, if you are someone that has a following, if you are someone that is able to speak to an audience, then use that platform. Use that platform to get the knowledge out there and to encourage people to be more accepting, more respectful, more open. Gaming is for everyone, not just men. It's been a male-dominated field for quite some time, but there's a lot of work going on to try to make it an equal plane for everyone, no matter how you identify.